Contentment and gratitude. Relationships are very important in our lives. And perhaps the most important relationship is the one we have with ourselves. It goes on every day in our minds, and it has a tremendous impact on our quality of life. Yogis have discovered 5 key principles to help us maintain a healthy relationship with ourselves. In this course, we will start by putting into practice one of these 5 principles. And we have chosen contentment as your first practice. It is important for our mental health to keep our mind in a state of contentment. And what is contentment? We can say that this is a state of happiness and satisfaction. In general, we think that our happiness depends on external events. If something good happens, then we can be happy and satisfied. If something bad happens, then we should be frustrated and depressed. But our understanding of what is good or what is bad is very limited. Perhaps your application for a job is rejected and you feel very disappointed. But the following week, you are offered a much better job. Your disappointment about the first rejection was worse than useless. It's important that we remember we don't have the perspective to understand long-term outcomes. So it is better to remain detached and take things calmly. Further than that, we don't necessarily have to allow external events to disturb our inner peace. After all, happiness and contentment come from inside us. If we maintain inner peace, we will be able to deal better with any event that happens in our lives. Contentment, or in Sanskrit, santosha, is a practice. It might not happen naturally. It depends on the perspective that we choose and how we react to circumstances. What happens in our life has always some reason, and it is for good. We need to keep our mind in a state of contentment no matter what. If we practice it, if we observe our minds and always goad it towards thoughts that lead to a balanced state of mind, then sooner or later it will become our nature. One easy way to maintain this controlled or contented perspective is through the practice of gratitude. In his book, The Compound Effect, Darren Hardy explains how practicing gratitude helped his marriage. He had married the girl of his dreams just a few years earlier, and they had been very happy together, but as the years passed, that magic seemed to have faded, and he was wondering how to bring it back. Then he had an idea. He bought a special diary, and every day he wrote in it one thing he liked about his wife. he kept it secret until at the end of the year, he gave it to his wife for her birthday. Reading his daily thoughts about how many things he liked about her brought her to tears. And she said it was the most beautiful gift she had ever received. And that made it a very special birthday. But what Darren realized was that for him, it had been the whole year. The whole year had become more and more special because he reminded himself every day how grateful he was to have married such a wonderful person. What's our practice? Try this every morning. Recall 5 things you are grateful for and write them in a notebook. See how you feel when you review this later on. And I think you will be surprised. You will be surprised at how satisfied you feel with your life. This very simple practice of gratitude is very powerful, and it's a powerful way to develop contentment.